Have you ever pondered about the fine line between life and death, and where belief in God fits into this equation? A question that, in one form or another, has crossed the minds of many. It's a question that arises from the heart of human existence and echoes through the vast expanse of time and space. In this profound dance between life and death, where does faith in a higher power come into play? For some, belief in God provides a comforting backdrop to the harsh realities of mortality. For others, the very concept of God seems incompatible with the fleeting, often brutal nature of life. Why is it that some people question God's existence? Perhaps it's because of the paradoxes they perceive in the world around them. Or maybe it's a rebellion against the idea that our lives are orchestrated by an unseen force. Some people have challenged the existence of God, and the outcomes have been startling, as we're about to explore. Our first story revolves around a millionaire who had everything, yet held a dismissive attitude towards God. Picture a man who had seen the top of the world, a man who had everything one could ever dream of. His name, for the purposes of our story, we'll keep to ourselves. Let's just call him the millionaire. This millionaire was like no other. He was a man of luxury, a connoisseur of the finer things in life, mansions in every metropolis, a fleet of exotic cars, private jets, and a social circle that would make any A-lister green with envy. Life for him was a never-ending party. But there was something peculiar about this millionaire. He had a dismissive attitude towards God. He would often be heard saying, "God, who needs him when you have money?" His belief was that his wealth was a result of his hard work, his intelligence, and his cunning. The idea of a higher power, of a divine entity, was laughable to him. His attitude was not just limited to his private gatherings. He made sure his views were known far and wide, making headlines with his bold and controversial statements. He reveled in the attention, the shock, and the outrage his views sparked. It was almost as if he was daring the universe to prove him wrong. But one day, the laughter stopped. The millionaire, in the prime of his life and the peak of his success, was suddenly no more. A heart attack, they said, quick and unexpected. The news sent shockwaves through his circle and beyond. The man who seemed invincible, who mocked the concept of divine retribution, was gone in an instant. His life was a whirlwind of luxury and laughter, until it wasn't. Next, we delve into the life of an intellectual, a philosopher who prided himself on his atheism. Our story begins with an individual who was a luminary in his field, a philosopher known far and wide for his intellectual prowess. He was a man of letters, recognized for his profound thoughts and the depth of his understanding. His mind danced with theories and ideas, juggling concepts like a seasoned acrobat. But beyond his intellectual achievements, what set him apart was his staunch dedication to atheism. He was unflinching in his belief, or rather non-belief. He did not just deny the existence of God, he openly challenged it, and in doing so, he often found himself in the public eye, stirring debates and discussions. He was known for his sharp wit, his biting sarcasm, and his ability to make believers question their faith. It was not uncommon to see him at public forums, debating fervently, his words cutting through the air like a well-aimed arrow, mocking those who clung to their faith. But then, just as quickly as his star had risen, he was gone. His death came as a surprise, sudden and unexpected. It left a void that was hard to fill, and it sent ripples across the intellectual community, shaking the very foundations of his followers' beliefs. It was a jolt that left many of them questioning the very principles they had so ardently followed. His life was a testament to his beliefs, his death a stark reminder of our mortality. He was a man who questioned everything, who pushed boundaries and challenged norms. He was a man who was not afraid to stand alone, to voice his thoughts, no matter how controversial they might be. He was a man who lived by his principles, who refused to bow down to societal pressures. And so his story serves as a reminder that we should never stop questioning, never stop seeking truth. For it is only through questioning that we grow, that we learn, that we understand. He questioned everything until there was nothing left to question. Our final tale involves a well-known celebrity, famous for her talent and her disbelief. Picture a woman whose charisma and talent catapulted her to the pinnacle of the entertainment industry. Her name was on every billboard, her face on every magazine cover. She was a household name, revered for her artistry, yet infamous for her public disdain for religion. She was unapologetic and outspoken about her lack of belief in a higher power. She often used her influence to mock religion, dismissing it as a crutch for the weak-minded. She ridiculed those who held their faith close, declaring their beliefs to be nothing more than fairy tales. Her words coursed through the airwaves, reaching millions of ears, creating a stir of controversy each time she spoke. Her rise to stardom was meteoric, her flame burning fiercely in the night sky of Hollywood. She was a shining beacon of success, a testament to the power of self-belief. Yet, with all her fame and fortune, her life was not without its share of darkness. One fateful day, the news broke. The celebrity, the non-believer, was no more. The woman who had once stood atop the world, basking in the glow of her success and scoffing at the notion of a higher power, was suddenly gone. Her death was as sudden as it was shocking. The entertainment industry trembled. A star had fallen. The news reverberated across the globe, sending shockwaves through the hearts of her fans and critics alike. The woman who had once mocked God was now a mere memory. Her life, once filled with the glamour of fame and the thrill of controversy, had come to an abrupt and tragic end. In the wake of her death, a chilling silence fell. The world paused, reflecting on the life of a woman who had dared to question, who had dared to mock. Her star shone bright until it abruptly went out. From millionaires to philosophers to celebrities, we've heard startling tales of those who mocked God and met sudden ends. These narratives, as varied as they are, share strikingly similar themes. Each individual, despite their wealth, intellect, or fame, was faced with the same inevitable truth: the fragility of life. Their deaths, abrupt and unexpected, served as stark reminders of our mortality. They brought to light the age-old question of belief and disbelief and the possible consequences thereof. But more than that, they highlighted the profound impact such attitudes can have on our lives and the world around us. The lessons these stories offer are manifold. They urge us to reflect on our own beliefs, to question our understanding of life and death, and to acknowledge the potential power of faith. They push us to consider the importance of respect and humility in the face of the unknown. These stories leave us with much to ponder about the fragility of life, the power of belief, and the mystery of what lies beyond.